I'm Dan Fitzpatrick here at StockMarketMentor.com, and I want to look at Tesla today in maybe a little bit differently than you might be looking at it. First, the company reported earnings. Musk also said that he was kind of going to be taking, I wouldn't say a leave of absence from Doge, but he wasn't going to be there as much. So that's, to me, it's a little bit funny. I guess in a ha-ha way, because just because the guy isn't going to be showing up next to Trump in a blazer and a T-shirt with a hat on doesn't mean that he's not going to be involved with everything. But still, half the country hates him, and they're keying the Teslas of other people that bought him for the same reason that the people are keying Teslas. It's people are freaking weird. I don't get it, but there's a lot of things that I don't get. Too many to count, so I'm not going to try. But here's the thing. So the stock gapped up, and a lot of people, like this stock traded almost 132 million shares, still below average. But for every share bought, for every share sold, somebody buys that share. So there's a lot of people that are happy to be buying Tesla, even though all it did was come right up and peak right at this trend line. It's well below the 200-day moving average and even the 50-day moving average, and nothing good happens down here. If you're interested in buying Tesla, it better be the car, because you don't want to be buying the stock. Anyway, so I looked at this. Saw it this morning, but this is what I want to mention to you. First, I'm going to go to here. If we look at Tesla in relation to the volume weighted average price, the stock gapped up initially, really, really nice move, fell down here, and then ran back up, and then right about 11, a little bit after 11, this peaked and came back down. But all this time it was above the volume weighted average price. So this was a strong stock throughout the day. It was only right towards the end of the day when this thing came lower. Now, if we let's do the Qs. If we compare this with the Qs, these also had a nice move higher. And then what happened? Right around 11:10, this started trading lower. And then back up here, didn't get above the VWAP, and then down again. How about the SPY? Nice move higher, right about 11 o'clock. So this was a trend setter. About 11 o'clock, this started trading below the VWAP, never to return all day long. Now, at the same time, the VIX, that is the volatility index. When the VIX is running higher, that tells you that there's a lot more selling, a lot more fear in the market. So we don't want to be long stocks with a rising VIX. We're swimming against the stream. When the VIX is high, like really, really high, that's when it's time to buy. And why is that? Because stocks are being sold and sold and sold in response to various things. That's why they call it the fear index. So when the fear index is running higher, you don't want to be buying stocks, because you're probably going to get a better deal, even if it's a longer term hold. And certainly as a trade, you're going to get a better deal if you wait for the VIX to start coming down. Okay, well here, so the VIX is going lower right out of the gate. And that really corresponds to a rising stock market. So that part of it works. Now, right about the time that these stocks and the market that I just mentioned started to roll over, which is 11 or 11:10, shortly before that time, that's when the VIX started to run higher. This is kind of day trading 101. That's when the VIX started to run higher. So it took a while for these stocks, and they were the strong ones. It took a while for these stocks to roll over and kind of give way to the VIX. But for the rest of the morning, you get a rising VIX and you get a falling market, a falling Tesla. So And I'm not going to give you the play-by-play through the end of the day, but all I'm saying is you want to be doing the opposite of what the VIX is doing. If the VIX is rising, it means there's a lot of selling anxiety in the market. You don't want to be buying that. If it's at a super extreme, that's a different video. On the other hand, if the VIX is dropping, that's not a bad thing. That tells you that there's more buying pressure coming into the market. So anyway, that's all I got for you now. One other thing, though, you should check the website because I'm teaching a class on Trade Track and Stock Watch, two apps that I built recently. I just kind of finished them, and it is on, I believe it's Wednesday. This is Wednesday, excuse me. Yeah, it's tomorrow, a little after the market closes at 1:15. So you should definitely check that out because I have a special that I have had to extend past Easter because a lot of people had questions, and tomorrow's the first day I could have a tutorial and a Q&A. Definitely check that out. Just go to the website. I'm not turning this into a sales pitch. I'm just letting you know. But that special ends. It's a bundled deal for $80 as opposed to something like 115. Anyway, it's a good price, and it's, I can assure you this, it's the last time I'm going to be offering it because frankly, I think I overdid it on the discount, but that's a mistake you just tend to make one time. Anyway, that's all I got for you. Hope you guys are having an awesome week halfway home.